everyone, welcome back to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is Reindeer Club. That means we're talking Christmas today. Don't you love my little lace border that I've got going on here? This is to make sure that I stay in frame, because while the camera part is over here, I always tend to center with the phone itself, and then I'm all out of whack. So I thought I'd just lay this down today and see if I couldn't keep in frame. Today we're talking Christmas cards. And if you follow any of my videos, then you have seen these Christmas cards, but I have fixed the inside. Remember, I told you I was going to do that. These were part of a Christmas card collection from Stampin' Up! A couple of years ago, and Cherry Cobbler. And this was not in the center. This was plain. So all I had was this border and this plain piece to go with. So I cut out a piece about the size of a Project Life card, rounded the corners, embossed Merry Christmas in gold on the front. Christmas card done, right? Well, not quite. Because when I got these done, then I thought these would be the perfect Christmas cards for me to send to my music contacts, the artists that I work with, the promoters that I work with, friends that I've made in the business. Mind you, I've been here 12 years, and I think I've only sent Christmas cards to my business contacts 2 years. So I'm out to fix that this year. Well, I have 10 of them done. I will link the video down below. These were the Christmas cards that I made on 10 on the 10th for this month. But I've since added to the inside, and I'll show you what I did. The inside was completely plain. And what I did was in my Word program, I designed Country Christmas Blessings and a Prosperous New Year in a Sago script font. And then I added my business icon, which is the cowboy boot and the cowboy hat. And that is on all of my business materials. And then I left room for myself to sign the card. This is done in an 18 font. And then I cut this down and then matted it on Cherry Cobbler because the white against the white just wasn't really cool. And I didn't want to, I'm going to have to get that little goober off there before this one goes out. I didn't want to mess with my printer and trying to print directly on the card. So instead, I matted these off. And now all I have to do is sign them and tuck them in their cute little envelopes. Why don't you see these envelopes? These are so adorable. Look at the script on those. Aren't those pretty? And those will look really sharp going through the postal service. And so I have business cards, business Christmas cards done for all of my business contacts. Now, coming up in June, one of my projects that was on my list was to get Christmas cards from past years out of the manila envelopes. I put them in a manila envelope, date the envelope so I know what year those Christmas cards come from. And I have binders, ring binders that I bought from Totally Tiffany at thescraprack.com. And they're red. And what I want to do, they're the size of a Project Life album. And what I want to do is put all of those Christmas cards year by year in those albums. And I have enough albums to do 6 albums. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on Tiffany's and see for more of those to show up in her clearance so that I can get more of those albums. And I want to put all of those Christmas cards. They're a nice way to look back at Christmas cards of past years. I know a lot of people pitch them. But when you stop and think about, those are memories. Those are documents of things, documentation of things that went on in your life. One of them that stands out the most to me is the year that I got a Christmas card from my eldest brother, the Christmas before he died. My brother never signed his own Christmas cards. His wife took care of all the Christmas cards. And that year, Pat signed the Christmas cards. And then he was killed in a trucking accident the following year. So those little memories and those cards and things that would otherwise be lost, I want to make sure that I get them into binders, not just stuffed in the manila envelopes up there on the shelf. So in June, I don't even know what year I'm going to start with. I'm just going to pull out one of the albums, pull out the Christmas cards, and figure out the best way to insert them into the 3-ring binder. I do not want to put them in page protectors. I want them to be standalone so that I can just flip through them. And what I'm thinking about is I may just run, let me see if I've got a piece of paper here handy or cardstock or something. what I'm thinking is I may just run a piece of cardstock along the back side of the card so that it creates like a border off the back, and then this will allow me to hole punch this to put in the rings, and we can just turn the pages. And if they had a letter enclosed, maybe creating a pocket or adding the letter to the some way in this front piece that the letter stays with the card. So that is my plan for the month of June. We ain't got to June yet. We have a lot left going on in the month of May. This is Monday, Reindeer Club. Tuesday, tomorrow is Smash That Paper Pad collab with Deb Hack's Crafty Cottage, and this is what we're going to be working with. I haven't quite decided totally what I'm doing with this yet. Some of it has already been turned into birthday cards. But look at some of these crazy patterns. I have a couple of these, by the way, but look at some of these crazy patterns. I'm seeing junk journal ephemera pieces, tags, clusters, because you've got some of these that you can cut apart. Thought I saw one in here where it could be cut apart, maybe not. But I love this China blue. Love that. And that China blue may actually get put to use. I may figure out a way to use some of this, because after we get through Smash This Paper Pad with Deb Hack's Crafty Cottage on Tuesday, I did have a plan for Wednesday. I said it this morning what Wednesday was going to be. Oh, Wednesday we are doing the final flip through of my January, excuse me, not my January, my Dollar Tree Junk Journal challenge that I did with Jessica over at Paper Terrace. As I'm filming this, I have the elements all piled around here. I'm going to put that together first thing in the morning and get that filmed. And then Thursday starts a 7-day run of 7 days Digi Summer. Let's see, 7 days Summer Digi 2021. That is a collaboration with Dear Julie and Kara Brandon Creations. If you'll remember with my Elves collection last December, where I take a Digi page from Julie and a Digi page from Kara and mesh them up into a project. It doesn't have to be a junk journal, doesn't have to be junk journal elements. One gal in the spring collection did all greeting cards. So we can do anything we want with the collection. So we start that, and that will run for 7 days from May 27th through June 2nd. So the only thing on May 31st, you will have 2 videos from me. One will be the day, wherever we are, day 3, day 4 of the collaboration challenge. And then I will also have the Smash That Paper Pumpkin with Stamp Girl and Linda Kaufman. So that will be coming up on the 31st. There will be 2 videos run that day. The collab will run in the morning, and then the Can That Paper Pumpkin will run in the evening. So it's going to be a rough week. Bob comes home somewhere around the 3rd or the 4th of June, so the collab will be over with, but I'll be deep in trying to get June rolling before Bob gets home and I decide spending all my time with him. So, as you can see, it's going to get really busy here in Kelly's Creative Dreams studio, and I hope you'll come back to see what's going on. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Creative blessings.